Right, let's talk about coffee. Not just any coffee, mind you. We're talking Starbucks. It's everywhere, isn't it? From bustling city centers to quiet suburban streets. But how did it all begin? How did this global phenomenon start? Picture this. Seattle, 1971. A couple of teachers and a writer, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Bowker, had this brilliant idea. They wanted to sell high-quality coffee beans. Just the beans, really. No fancy lattes or frappuccinos. Not the fancy drinks we see today. Just pure, unadulterated coffee beans. They opened a little shop in Pike Place Market, selling dark roasted coffee beans, teas, and spices. It was a modest beginning. Inspired by Alfred Peet, a coffee roasting entrepreneur, they learned a lot from him. He was their mentor. It was a real craft, a passion project. They were dedicated to quality. Then along comes Howard Schultz in 1982. He visited them, took one look, and was captivated. He saw potential. He joined the company as director of retail operations and marketing. He had big ideas. He envisioned something more. The real light bulb moment for Howard? A trip to Milan, Italy in 1983. He saw these incredible Italian coffee bars. They were community hubs, places where people gathered, places where people met, chatted, relaxed. It was more than just coffee. It was a whole culture, a lifestyle. He came back buzzing, thinking, we need to do this in America. This could change everything. That was the spark that ignited the Starbucks we know today, a global coffee empire. Howard had this amazing vision, this Italian coffeehouse dream. He was inspired by the rich coffee culture he experienced in Italy, where coffee bars were a place for community and connection. But the original founders? They weren't so sure. They doubted the feasibility of replicating the Italian coffeehouse experience in America. Howard left Starbucks to start his own coffee bars, Il Giornale. He wanted to prove that his vision could work on a smaller scale first. He proved his concept worked. Customers loved the experience and the coffee culture began to grow. In 1987, with help from investors, he bought Starbucks. It was a bold move, but one that would change the coffee industry forever. He merged his Il Giornale shops with Starbucks, and boom, the modern Starbucks era began. The expansion started steadily with a clear vision and strategy. First, more stores in Seattle, then Vancouver, Chicago, California. Each new store brought more fans and more success. The company went public in 1992, listed on the stock market. This was a significant milestone that provided the capital needed for rapid expansion. That gave them the cash to really step on the gas. They could now open stores at an unprecedented rate. Suddenly, Starbucks stores were popping up all over the United States. It was a rapid and strategic expansion. It was like a coffee revolution. People couldn't get enough of the Starbucks experience. Then came the big leap international expansion. Starbucks was ready to take on the world. Japan was the first overseas market outside North America, opening in Tokyo in 1996. It was a significant step in their global journey. They adapted their menus and store designs to fit local tastes and cultures. This flexibility was key to their international success. Think matcha espresso fusion in Japan. They embraced local flavors and preferences. Around 2008, during the financial crisis, things got wobbly. The economic downturn affected many businesses, including Starbucks. Howard Schultz came back as CEO to steer the ship. He refocused on quality, on the customer experience, and on that original coffee passion. It worked. Starbucks regained its footing and continued to thrive, proving that a strong vision and dedication to quality can overcome even the toughest challenges. How does Starbucks run all these thousands of coffee shops? They have a smart business model. It's a mix. They have company-operated stores, which means Starbucks owns and runs them directly. This gives them incredible control over quality, training, and the customer experience. But then, they also have licensed stores. Think about the Starbucks you see in an airport or a bookstore. Another company pays Starbucks a fee to use the brand, the recipes, the know-how. It's a clever way to expand quickly. The beauty of this blended model is flexibility. For company-operated stores, Starbucks invests its own capital. With licensed stores, the licensee puts up the capital and manages the day-to-day. Starbucks gets a royalty and ensures brand standards are kept sky-high. This allows them to grow fast while still keeping a tight grip on what makes Starbucks, well, Starbucks. It's not just about selling coffee, it's about selling an atmosphere, a moment of affordable luxury. Let's dive into the magic of Starbucks marketing. One of their biggest ideas is the third place concept. Home is your first place, work is your second place, and Starbucks, they want to be your third place, that comfortable, welcoming spot where you can relax, meet friends, work, or just watch the world go by. Starbucks isn't just selling coffee, they're selling an experience. They position themselves as a premium brand, but an accessible one. Their target audience started with urban professionals, students, people looking for a sophisticated but casual environment. Now, you see everyone in there, from teenagers doing homework to business meetings over frappuccinos. Experiential marketing is where Starbucks shines. It's all about the senses. The smell of coffee, the look of the store, the carefully chosen music, the friendly greeting from the barista, even your name on the cup, sometimes hilariously wrong. But still, it's personal. The baristas or partners are key. Starbucks invests a lot in training them to provide great customer service. Let's talk about what goes into your cup. For Starbucks, it all starts with the bean. They make a massive deal about quality. Their value chain is built around this. They have a program called Cafe Practices Coffee and Farmer Equity Practices. It's about ensuring their coffee is sourced ethically and sustainably. They pay fair prices, want long-term relationships with farmers, and ensure a sustainable supply of high-quality beans. Once they've got these top-notch beans, it's off to the roasting plants. Starbucks has its own master roasters. Roasting is an art and a science. They have specific roast profiles for different beans and blends. After roasting, it's all about careful packaging to keep those beans fresh until they reach the stores. The final steps happen in the store. The grinding of the beans, the expertly pulled espresso shot, the perfectly steamed milk. Starbucks isn't just about old-school coffee charm. They are super savvy with technology. Their Starbucks Rewards program and mobile app, absolute game changers. Pay with your phone, earn stars, get free drinks. It's addictive in the best possible way. The Starbucks Rewards program is genius. It's a loyalty scheme, but it's so much more than just a punch card. The mobile app is the engine that drives a lot of this. Mobile order and pay is just brilliant. You can browse the menu, customize your drink, pay for it, and then just stroll in and pick it up. It's all about convenience. And for Starbucks, it's incredibly efficient. This digital interaction generates a mountain of data. Starbucks can see what's popular when people are buying, what offers work best. It's how they've managed to create such strong customer attachment in this fast-paced digital world. Starbucks isn't a company that likes to stand still. They are constantly innovating. Product innovation is a massive part of their strategy. It's how they keep up with changing consumer tastes. The seasonal drinks are a masterstroke. The pumpkin spice latte is practically a cultural phenomenon. These limited-time offers create a buzz, a sense of urgency. They've expanded their core coffee offerings with things like blonde roast and super premium reserve coffees. And it's not just drinks. Their food menu has grown massively. Breakfast sandwiches, protein boxes, salads, fancy cakes and pastries. They realized people wanted more than just a coffee. They wanted a snack or a light meal to go with it. They're also brilliant at responding to new consumer preferences. The rise of plant-based diets? Starbucks was right there, offering soy milk, then almond, coconut, and oat milk. Starbucks is a massive global giant, but the coffee market is incredibly competitive. You've got local independent cafes, big chains like Dunkin', Costa Coffee, and even McDonald's with McAfee. How does Starbucks stay on top? First and foremost, it's that brand. The Starbucks brand is incredibly powerful. That green siren is recognized all over the world. Then there's their sheer scale. They have an enormous global footprint of stores. Their supply chain is another huge strength. Being able to source, roast, and distribute such vast quantities of high-quality coffee efficiently and ethically is a massive operational feat. Their digital prowess with the rewards program and mobile app gives them a direct line to millions of customers. But it's not all frappuccinos and rainbows. They face real challenges. Market saturation in some areas is a big one. Plus, those competitors are always nipping at their heels. They have to keep innovating, keep listening to their customers and their partners, and keep fighting to maintain that top dog status. So, what's next for Starbucks? The coffee giant is always brewing up something new. They're always looking ahead, planning their next move, and strategizing for the future. One big focus will be even more personalization, making each visit unique. Using data from the app and rewards program to make your Starbucks experience even more, well, you. Tailoring offers and recommendations just for you. Continued digital innovation is a given. They're constantly updating and improving their technology. They'll keep enhancing the mobile app, exploring new technologies, and finding ways to make your coffee run smoother. And sustainability will be huge. They're committed to making a positive impact on the environment. They've already made big commitments on reducing waste and tackling climate change, and they're not stopping there. International growth will still be a key ingredient in their future recipe. They're looking to expand their global footprint. While some markets like the US are pretty mature, there's still room for growth. There's still massive potential in places like China and India, where coffee culture is rapidly growing. Expect more innovation in store formats too. They're rethinking how their stores look and feel. More drive-thrus, perhaps smaller footprint stores for quick pickups, catering to the on-the-go lifestyle. And finally, that third place concept. A place between home and work where you can relax. They'll be working hard to ensure their stores remain welcoming, comfortable spaces for connection and community. A true third place. Starbucks became a global phenomenon by understanding what people wanted, often before they knew it themselves. They've always been ahead of the curve. Their ability to brew up a blend of quality, experience, and innovation suggests they'll be a major player in our daily lives for many more sips to come. The future looks bright. Cheers to that. Here's to many more years of great coffee and even greater experiences.